Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Forgotten Stream. Tonight we have a Trackmania match between Crazy Machine Chicks Second Wave and Major Elite Clan. They are competing in Division 3 of United League Reborn 4. The game is Trackmania United Forever. We have 4 maps to play tonight. The environments are Rally, Desert, Coast and Bay. And I'm excited to see how it's going to pan out. At the moment we are waiting for our opponents to come to the server and warming up. We are probably going to start with Rally, which is the only map I qualified for. And yeah, I want to have a bit of a warm-up on Rally. And I should focus on casting the other maps. And I should probably ask Minuit whether they would be fine starting with Rally, because the original plan was playing Desert first. But Wormi, one of our Desert drivers, wants to have more warm-up. Felt rather cold. And yeah, I'm not going to be commentating on the first map, which I'm going to drive, so in a moment you are going to be left with just music for company. Oh my goodness. Hope I don't do that in a match. And we also have some Silverwolf special nicknames. And this time we just called ourselves Silverwolf, but in different languages. I am obviously French. Lou Argenté. Jake is Finnish. Hopias aussi, probably. And Rez is Stribrny Vulk. I also apologize for my pronunciation. I didn't bother informing myself about how to pronounce things in different languages, so bear with me. Well, I'll mostly be referring to them by their real nicknames anyway. So, yeah, I'm not going to call Rez Srbrny Vulk. Strbrny Vulk. The Czech language is so weird, they really don't love vowels, do they? Oh god. What am I even doing? Here comes Серебряный Volk, which is Russian, that's Sepe. We also have Solv-Ulv, the super noob, that's Norwegian. Ezust Farkas for Angelhard, that is Hungarian. And Wormi was Hobbyhund, which I think is Estonia. Yeah, it's Estonia. I'm obviously the only one who has the noun in front of the adjective, because French is like that. Oh bugger. wanted to ask Minuit about the map order. Still didn't. Here comes Hobbyhund. Wormi. He obviously has a weird nickname. Oh, I mean login. Kibermato. Besaker 95, hello. I have no idea what you just said. Okay, Wormi is fine playing desert first. You see, Maxi, I don't know if you even care about watching our matches. Wormi can't hear gears on desert. Because they matter! I need to meme in chat. Oh, frigging sake. Here comes Minuit. And Zeref. Yeah, they're not very good with organization. Okie dokie, looks like we are going to be starting after all. With desert. So for desert, we on CMC side have Hobbyhund, Hobbyasusi, Stribrny Vulk, which is Wormi, Jake and Rez. And at the moment MEC have Shock, Minuit, was that again? Zeref, no longer Zeref, and Spedzo. So Minuit, Spedzo and Shock. It's a tough one to call. CMC guys are pretty competitive. I don't know much about Minuit on desert. Shock I'm expecting to be strong. He's basically a Division 1 level driver. Spedzo, yeah, also Division 1 I would say. This is going to be a tough one. Let's see. I haven't seen what those guys are capable of. We have Besaker joining in. But it doesn't look like he's going to be driving because they were perfectly happy to commence without him. What do we have in terms of times in the first warm-up round? 2 106 rounds, 106 rounds I should say, from Wormi and Rez, followed by Shock and Spedzo and Jake on 107s. And the GOAT himself, Minuit, didn't finish. He is obviously notorious for being a TA noob. Let's see how he's going to perform today. Hope he's going to crash a lot. That should help us, for sure. And yeah, let's see. The world record is somewhere in the 103 middle, and our best guys have 104s, so we should probably see some 105s and 106s as good times in T3. We are not after all at the very top echelon. Retiring once again, Jake doing some stunts. And yeah, let's talk about the map. It's called Continental Crush by Rad, or RadPL, my teammate, who is driving ULR4 for CMC third wave. I cannot tell a whole lot about the map because I didn't train it, I don't like it, and I can't play it. I don't even know, there are some weird sections, there could be interesting bugs and crashes. People seem to be ready. Let's restart then. Apparently Besaker is going to be driving alongside Shock, and Spedzo and Minuit were deciding who is going to drive, and it looks like we're going to have Minuit, so a Scotsman rather than an Irishman. The last seconds before showdown. And the lights are out, and away we go. And we have Press fighting for leading positions, Jake already crashing at the tunnel chicane. That puts him on the back foot, but not out of the round. Rez was leading but made a mistake and let Shock through. Wormi dropping time. Rez is actively fighting for the lead, which he regains. So far, this looks like a MEC round. I switch to Wormi, because even if Rez wins this round, Wormi would need to finish at least third. He is actively fighting for that. He was third momentarily. I think Besaker made a mistake. Ooh, Minuit caught a bug. But still, with Jake last, Rez would really need that first position, which doesn't look like he's going to get. Oh no, he won't. Shock takes the round, and this is an 11-10 round for MEC. Good times on the board. We had 2 105s. Second round. Wormi with a quick start, confident somebody crashed in that tunnel. It must have been Besaker. Shock is currently leading, followed by 3 CMC players. Is Rez going to reel him in? No, he won't. He slides and drops some time, but at the moment we still have 3 CMC drivers following Shock, and there's Besaker catching up behind them, but Slingstan, this is getting dicey, because Besaker is attacking. Ooh, no, he's crashed, which is unfortunate for him, but it is great news for CMC. They only need to hold station to finish 2, 3 and 4, and that will be sufficient to take the round. Shock can win this. He will. 105, triple 106 for CMC, and a round win for the red side. 2 108 rounds for MEC. 108 rounds, I mean. Both of them crashed. 1 for 1. Number 3. Besaker with a confident start. I saw, I think, Wormi making a mistake at the tunnel. Shock and Minuit made mistakes and dropped back. So we have Jake leading from Besaker, Wormi and Rez. Jake made a mistake, so did Besaker. And it is very tight up front between Wormi and Rez, followed by Jake and Besaker, who is once again looking to gain the positions. He isn't really much faster. Ooh, mistake from Wormi, drops him down to 4th momentarily. Let's see if he's going to fight back. He's definitely trying. It is neck and neck for 3rd between him and Besaker. A bit better line in that hairpin from the Finnish drivers from CMC, and Besaker also slid a bit on that off-road section. Finishes 4th and the highest ranked MEC player in this round. 1, 2, 3, a confident round win from CMC. And we have Mix D joining us. He's called Hiriwa. have no idea what that means. We have Wormi crashing, we have Res crashing, which is awful news for me as a CMC driver. That is Shock in the lead, followed by Minuit, Jake and Besaker. Let's see if any CMCs are going to make a comeback, or whether MEC drivers are going to crash and make our lives easier. So far it doesn't look like it. Not even Jake is going to be able to overtake Minuit, and he crashes, which puts MEC players 1, 2 and 3. And I guess that should be a round win for MEC, unless something bizarre happens, which shouldn't. That was an unusual turn of events, but they are coming back into it. 1, 2, 4. Bad round for CMC side, but yet they only were at 107s. We're tied once again, 2 for 2, round number 5. Just sending a private message to MEC not in order not to disturb the players. I saw Besaker crashing, and we have Res leading from Shock, Jake and Wormi, followed by Besaker and Minuit. Besaker was trying to gain some ground. No success so far. Currently, CMC drivers don't need to push too much. They are definitely going for a round win. They just should keep their positions without throwing anything. 105 for Res, and for Shock 3 106s, and the round goes in CMC's favor.
Good evening, MixD here.
Good evening. How did your match go, Mix?
We won 2-1. Kind of unbalanced. We lost Coast 2-7, and Bay and Desert we won 7-0.
And MixD is a player for CMC3. They were playing the no CRM squad. Okay then, so this is the first map. You can see the score, which is 3 for 2.
Okay.
It looks like a close game.
This is super tight racing, and I'm not even sure who we've got driving, because we have gone with the meme names, which I'm sure you've already explained.
Oh yes, I absolutely have. So we have Stribrny Vulk in grey, which is Res, which you can tell from his Czech flag for an avatar. Then we have 2 fins.
And that is Wormi.
And Jake. Jake with a blue nickname. Hobby Associate, I'm not sure how it's pronounced, and Hobbyhund, which is Estonian for Wormi. Unfortunately, Wormi crashed that round, and it went as 11-10 for MEC.
Yeah, tight 3-3. Yeah, pronunciation of names is going to be difficult here. But luckily Jake went with his usual colour in blue, so that's going to help out a little bit. But MEC have taken an early lead here. They've got to lead 3 positions. It's a small gap though. CMC are going to be chasing them down. And who is that? That's Jake has dropped behind. He's fallen behind us by a second. Oh, and he crashes again, so he's out of it basically in this round. So CMC, to rescue this round, we'd need to get a first place, a first and a third, or a first and a second. And it's not looking too good right now. So we have Besaker and Shock with a strong drive in this round. And Rez was chasing him down, but he hits the inside. And so it's only Wormi left. Can he spoil the party? It's with one important turn left. He does try hard. Can he get shock at least? Not quite. So MEC with the 1-2 take this round.
A bit too many mistakes from CMC side. Not really looking good. I also wanted to talk a bit about the map. Wasn't successful because I don't really have a lot of desert knowledge and I didn't train the map. Maybe you can fill us in later. 4-3 for MEC, we're into round number 8. This is as close as it ever gets. Maybe we can actually see some tennis mode. At the moment it is Rez up front, followed closely by Wormi, Besaker, Minuit and Shock. Wormi is in the mix, fighting it out with the MEC drivers. Shock went over the curbs, dropped a little bit of time. He's still in the fight. Jake is desperately trying to overtake Minuit. Not really successful so far. Ooh, Wormi dropping time and then making a huge mistake, which puts us on back foot, with 3 MEC drivers following our leader Rez. And Rez makes a mistake, which is probably going to spell 1-2 for MEC. It does. 5-3 for MEC. Another poor round for CMC side.
Yeah, CMC are really going to have to pick it up here. Potentially only 2 rounds to go, so it's time to start the comeback. I did kind of train this map, but I wasn't driving it in the match, so I'm not sure. That tunnel section is tricky. The timing of blind turns, and obviously your car is wobbling on its suspension. It's a big slide possibly there on that banked section. Anyway, we have in the lead Scribny Volk, or however it is pronounced, with a lead, and CMC in positions 1-4-5 is enough for a win just by 1 point. So with Besaker, he's taken over there in 4th. Sorry. Susie. Oh, see, it's all changing. So Besaker does move into 3rd now, but CMC do still have it by 1 point if Scribny Volk holds on, and he does, and there are no crashes, so CMC gets it. Again, very tight round. 1 point in it. That brings us to 5-4.
It was
3 times in 105s.
It was tight indeed. Wormi also had a weird bug at the transition from off-road to tarmac section at the end. Luckily he did survive and finished in 5th position. So it is round 10. We have Minuit leading the pack. And it is ever so close between even 1st and last position in this round. Rez looks to be going for the lead. Shock had a little connection there with that wall. Drop back. Rez still fighting. Ooh, went a bit wide. Not really good there, but he's still in it. Wormi going a bit too wide there. CMCs are dropping. It is 1-2 for MEC at the moment. Rez is trying all he can do, but with the bottom 2 positions occupied by CMC drivers, this is not going to work. 6-4. Map point for MEC.
Yeah, so CMC have to pick it up in this round to have any hope of rescuing a win on this map. Ooh, and some slides there at the entrance to the tunnel. Yeah, I mean, even that turn is tricky, so it's not surprising that we see crashes. somebody crash in the tunnel? I think we lost a CMC in the tunnel as well.
Yeah,
Stribny Vic, yeah, 5 seconds behind. So that is not promising. So Jake is going to have to chase down. He's going to have to try to get into first there. As Hobehunt makes a mistake and Minuit goes past him. So this has made it almost impossible for CMC to get this round, but you never know. We've seen crazier things. I mean, Jake has made it into the lead position. So really, at this point, it's up to Hobehunt if he can get past. Oh no, we need Minuit to make a mistake, don't we? This sand part at the end is very tricky with the level of grip changing all the time on these various blocks. And that was a close round, only 1 point in it, but it was enough for MEC with 2-3-5 positions, gives them that round.
Yes, unfortunately, we couldn't quite match them. And it is a turn for rally, which I'm going to be driving, and I am sorry, I'm going to leave you alone talking to yourself.
Okay, that's
out in the stream.
I will be or I won't be.
Okay, but this is in theory the only map I drive, so shouldn't leave you alone for too long.
Okay.
And we have Rez, me, and Jake for this map.
Is my commentary going to make it to the stream? Or?
Nope.
Nope. Okay, fair enough.
And I am back.
Welcome back. How is your heart?
Jesus, I wasn't nervous at all. I just wasn't in it. It was terrible. I don't remember ever doing so bad in rally in a match. Maybe back in Aliens days. But Jesus, that was so bad.
Well, you came fourth in the points. So, I mean, obviously not a top performance, but I think that's... I mean, is rally a usual environment for you?
Well, that was my second best environment in UL11.
Okay.
I was carrying in Division 2. Like, basically solo carrying my team. So by my standards, this is...
Not good enough.
This is atrocious.
So what happened? Was it nerves getting to you, or just not in the zone?
I don't know, it just didn't click with me. Well, the map doesn't really suit me.
I think a lot of people have struggled with this map.
Definitely not the nerves, because I wasn't sweating, I wasn't nervous, my heart wasn't beating too fast.
Mate,
I just couldn't perform.
My heart's beating fast. Just watching it.
So yeah, I'm pretty much disappointed with myself, but I am happy that Jake and Rez did pick it up. And
but yeah, Jake in particular put in a really strong performance there.
Yeah, driving his personal best in the first round there. But yeah, if earlier today you told me we were going to win rally against MEC, who have Spedzo and Shock, and with me driving like that, which I would have expected, honestly.
Yeah. Well, Shock had about the same pace as Jake if you look at their top times, but he was just a lot more crashy. And then he had a good backup from Rez and yourself, as I say. I mean, fourth in points, I mean, you knock it, but it's...
Yeah, I wasn't... Well, I don't know how much they trained.
It's still a useful contribution, you know.
Yeah, there were some rounds, but when I saw the situation, that I knew I just didn't... I need to push it. I just needed to keep my position, and I did just that.
Yeah.
Then there was a round which I definitely threw when I crashed in the tunnel chicane.
Right.
I also didn't like flying out of the map, out of the tunnel. Because I saw somebody from MEC crashing at the tunnel. I was like, yeah, I'm definitely not lost. And then I see that I'm not going to land on the castle section.
Right.
I'm like, damn it. Respawned instantly and finished last.
Yeah, so one difficulty with this tunnel exit, the jump, sometimes the car just kind of gets a little bump on it and will steer off to one side inexplicably or unexpectedly. So even if you think you're going in the right direction, it can just suddenly throw you out, as I presume that's what happened to you.
Yeah, well, the rally car is tricky with these sort of jumps out of the tunnel. If you aren't going straight enough, at some points the suspension just goes, nope, let's go left, or let's go right.
Yeah. But the problem with the suspension, I think it's actually the underside of the car hits the road, and hits the road in an awkward way. Then the collision physics will just take you away a bit.
You know, I discovered the same thing on Bay. I was trying to build a map that would have been impossible to finish with keyboard. I haven't succeeded so far. But the idea was having a jump right at the end of a turn and I found that this is such an annoying combination. Because you don't have time to straighten up, and you just, well, the Besaker has a softer suspension, it won't fly out like that. But it does lose you just a little bit of time when it tries to dampen that.
Yeah.
The force is acting on the car, and you don't make the jump.
Yeah, it's got a lot of travel, the suspension on the Besaker, so yeah. Oof, I'm trying to warm up here, but I'm just driving like an idiot. So I retire. It's kind of rude to be driving, to be the only one driving when you're not on the team.
So it looks like the MEC guys aren't ready yet. These two of our players are. We have Jake, Rez and Angelhard, who finally qualified for Coast, not something he was able to do last season when he was playing for the first team in Division 1.
Oh well, it's a different ball game, isn't it? I mean, Division 1, obviously it's hard to qualify.
Oh yes, indeed. I think I only qualified for Ireland on pure pace once last season. Well, there was the first game I definitely qualified on merit. The second, that was a match that didn't count against the opponents from a different group. But I qualified for that. Then I didn't qualify for the next two matches. And it looks like they're ready. And for the third place game, I don't think we had more than 3 drivers training. So it was just assigned to Zeus, myself and Quick.
Of course, the CMC1 squad has filled out a bit for this season.
Oh
well,
yes.
CMC in general, we've expanded from 2 teams to 3 teams.
And CMC1 this season is so bloody stacked.
Yeah.
I think I wouldn't have made top 8 in that CMC1 on Ireland.
Alright, well, Coast, here we go. I mean, going by the warm-up performance, you would have to give it to CMC, but then again, we were 5 drivers versus 4, so it's cheating a little bit.
Yes, a Coast map, Pani et Circense, I don't know if it's French or not, by TM Jonas, a TMX mapper, who did have some league maps in the past. He's back in it, so we are live. In the first round, Besaker out in front, followed by a tight group of CMC drivers and Spedzo. Danekb be a little bit behind. Let's switch to Rez, who's right at the tail of this tight group, squabbling with Spedzo for 4th position. Spedzo had a crash, dropped some time. Besaker still leading, but he's followed by 3 CMC drivers. So if they don't crash, I guess this is going to go our way. Let's wait and see. You can miss the finish. Nobody does. 1:00 for Besaker and Angelhard. Good times, I would say. And the first round goes the way of CMC.
Yeah, it's quite easy to slide out or hit an awkward part of the finish there, so yeah, definitely possible to lose your place at the finish quite easily. So here we go, round 2, and does everyone get the gear on the uphill? I think they do. Danekb is a bit behind, so he's got some catching up to do. And at the moment, CMC with positions 1, 3, 5. Well, it's promising, but of course when it's a tight pack like this, and Besaker makes a mistake, but when it's a tight pack, I mean, it can change quickly. But anyway, so we have CMC in positions 1 and 2. Hoppy Susi? I'm not sure. My heuristics for, is that Finnish?
It is.
I have no idea how to pronounce that. But it's Jake, and he comes in first, followed hotly by Spedzo. But in this round, CMC take it, each driver just beating their counterpart in MEC. So that's safe-ish. 2-0.
And a very decent time at that for Jake, knocking on the door of 59s. Danekb makes a connection with a wall right at the start, which drops him back. Everyone else is going in close formation. Spedzo had some oversteer moment, which he managed to correct just in time. We have Rez leading away from Besaker and a tight pack of 3 other drivers. I believe Danekb isn't too far behind at 0.8 from the leader. The positions are changing in the midfield. It can go either way, especially if somebody crashes. Rez still managing to hold on to that lead, but as I say that, Besaker gains the lead. Spedzo crashes. Rez just about hanging out of the front. Besaker made a mistake, dropped some time. 1, 3 and 5 for CMC drivers. Another round win for CMC.
Oof. A lot of changes there, and these times are very close. I mean, that's 0.6 covering the top 5 drivers, top 5 places there. So, yeah, it's challenging. So, I mean, the score is 3-0 at the moment, but it's not as easy as that score makes it look. MEC have definitely got fight in them here. So let's see if they can pick up a round. And Besaker with a slide loses his first place, but he's right there still, threatening Jake. But suddenly CMC going into 1-2, are they? Nearly. No, so okay. So at the moment it is a MEC round. Oof. And Jake makes a mistake, hits the wall. So MEC with a 1-2. CMC are just going to have to hope that there are some mistakes at the front there. There was from 3rd place. Jake makes a mistake and falls further behind. So MEC take it pretty safely this time, and there is our first 59 time from Spedzo.
Yes, indeed. Quite a few mistakes from CMC drivers and a very quick round from Spedzo, the first one to drop below 60 seconds mark, including warm-up as well. 3-1 for CMC, round 5. So far, I think we only have Danekb, who never had a time under 102. Must have been crashing because he isn't really much slower than the rest. Ooh, a slide from Besaker and from Jake. We have at the moment Rez leading from Angelhard, Besaker's Danekb and Jake. Let's see if they are going to keep their positions. As things stand, it would be a CMC round, so they should just take it. Well, I should say safe. Besaker is right on Angelhard's tail. And Jake is fighting furiously for that 4th position, which he is going to take in the end. 1:00:15 for Rez, a very good time, backed up by Angelhard's 0.51.
Yeah, some good team driving there. But not good team driving at the start there. We have lost Jake, I believe. Yeah, Jake. A bit of an error. 1.5 seconds behind. Of course, it's possible to catch that up. And And he is gaining on Danekb quite handily, actually, as Danekb makes a slide. So Jake, I think, is going to have him in this corner. So up front, and that makes the difference, actually, because MEC with 145 are 1 point ahead, but Jake taking that 5th place hands it to CMC, but they're fighting it out. Danekb makes a mistake. So now Jake's looking pretty safe in 5th. What's happening up front? We've got Angelhard in 1st place. And he hits the wall! Oof! Now that hurts. And Rez can't quite make it into 1st. And so MEC take this round. 136 is just enough.
Yes, another close round. This time it went the way of MEC, but only just. It was 11 to 10. 4-2, CMC still in the lead. Round 7, we have MEC players with a good start. Besaker was sliding away, but Spedzo and Danekb are 1st and 2nd. Jake, slight connection there. Not too much time lost, he's still in it. Rez, however, drops quite a bit of time with that mistake. Angelhard is fighting for the lead. I see Besaker making more mistakes. Angelhard currently in 1st, but only just. It is really neck and neck with Spedzo. Slightest mistake and you are going to lose that position. It's all riding on the 1st position. No! Spedzo actually snipes that 1st place by 200 and takes the round win. Incredible.
Yep, so it can all change at the finish there, as you saw. I didn't quite catch what happened. Did Angelhard catch an edge? I don't know. Anyway, so a CMC slides out at the start, and Jake also with a slight error. So, making it difficult for themselves at the start here. They're going to be playing catch-up. So MEC have a useful lead in 1-2. They are about half a second, or they were. They've got 0.6 now over Angelhard, who has some difficulties on that turn also. So, now our MEC just going to go safe now. They've got positions 1, 2, 3. Rez moves into 3rd. Besaker makes a mistake. So he falls back to 6th. Angelhard also makes a mistake. He falls back to 6th. MEC still in 1-2, but Rez moves into 2nd. He's got the overtake. Spedzo quite safe out front. If he just keeps that, they should be good for it. He does, and MEC take it comfortably.
Yes, and Spedzo with another 59, keeping things hot indeed. 4-4, the scores is tied at the moment, and we are into round 9. The CMC drivers not with the greatest start, especially now after Angelhard slid away. We have Besaker leading from Rez and Spedzo, followed by Jake and Danekb. And we have Besaker with a slide and a crash, which drops him down into 4th, but he's fighting back. It is so tight. Spedzo is in 1st. Well, Rez is dropping behind. He's no longer following. And with Angelhard in last position, this does look like another MEC round, but as I say that, Angelhard is no longer last. And now he is, so it will all be riding on the last position this time round. Come on, Angelhard, can you do that? No, he can't. 11-10, Spedzo another 59.
Yeah, all these 11-10 rounds have gone to MEC. A bit harsh, but we're at 5-4 now, and CMC need to start thinking about winning some of these rounds and getting their comeback. And they do make a good start on this round in the first 3 positions at the moment. But Besaker and Spedzo are right there fighting, and they go past Angelhard. And in fact, Spedzo takes Jake's place as well, but this still leaves CMC in 135, which is still a win. Could be a comfortable win, but it's tight packs. So all these places are likely to change as we go through the rest of the map. And no mistakes through the coastal section. And this is still CMC, but only just. We don't want mistakes here at the end, and there are no significant mistakes. And so CMC take that handily.
Yes, 4 drivers in 100s, a good round. Hello Nico, this is the 3rd map. We dropped Desert 7-4 and I believe we won Rally 7-4? Something like that.
Unfortunately, I haven't been keeping track of the scores. That's need to start writing these down.
Yes, and we are tied once again at 5-5 on coast. This is so close, and Jake sliding out, which puts him on the back foot, and with 2 MEC drivers in the lead, this doesn't bode well. But Angelhard and Rez are not too far behind. Rez was trying to attack there without much success. Ooh, Spedzo makes a mistake. This could change everything in this round. So we have Besaker fighting for the lead with 2 CMC drivers, and he makes a mistake and hands it on a plate, which our drivers take happily. 2-100 mid-lows, and that is enough to take map point. 6-5.
Indeed, this could be it. And I'll confirm right now, we did lose Desert 7-4 and win Rally 7-4 or 4-7, depending on how you look at it. Anyway, we're off, and we have lost a MEC driver at the start. Besaker. Spedzo with a small mistake, but he gets back fighting with Angelhard, and he does get that place. But out front at the moment, we've got Rez, chased by Angelhard now, who goes past Spedzo. And a bit of a mistake there by Rez on that turn, which allows Angelhard to catch up, but they still have positions 1-2. And Jake moves into 3rd place. So CMC with a 1-2-3, this could be the map win if they don't make mistakes, and Jake does have a 0.6 gap to Besaker. So CMC should just go safe at this point. It's only the finish to be done, and they do take it safely.
And they do take it in style by finishing 1-2-3, just the way we did it in Rally. I was actually trying very hard to finish 3rd, and I did manage to do just that.
Yeah, so Rez out in front as the driver there, followed by Spedzo and Besaker. So yes, hotly contested, even in the driver points there.
And
Left.
I believe my game just crashed.
Ouch.
Damn it,
Okay.
Can you please tell them that my game has crashed?
Yep, no worries.
No, it didn't.
Okay.
That is good news.
Yeah, indeed.
I hope my stream didn't die.
So you're not driving this map?
Normally not, because I qualified in 4th, but Jake, who qualified in 2nd, wasn't planning to drive it.
Okay, so is this a case of driving warm-up and see how it goes?
Yeah, so I'll just do warm-up, and if Jake says that I should drive, I will. But it was tight. It was like 2 or 3 points between second and fourth.
Alright. I seem to have forgotten this track. I mean, I just drove a match on it about an hour ago, and okay. I'll let you focus on warm-up then.
But I will happily not drive this map. It's not a bad one, but I don't like it as a league map.
I did not expect to be driving this. I didn't really train much this week, so I honestly wasn't expecting to drive anything, but no, it just kind of came together for me. And we did win Bay 7-0. So, and Minuit putting in a mid 59 there already in warm-up.
Yeah, already faster. Well, not necessarily fast. I don't really remember my personal best.
I'm a little disappointed that Minuit is not using his old name, Silver Wolf.
Yes.
Since all of CMC have gone to the effort of having names that are Silver Wolf in different languages.
He used to play along and go with our Royal Races Silver Wolf. Not
Yeah.
this time.
May just be that he forgot this time.
Yeah, or maybe he just realized it too late and didn't want to bother.
So you must be using French, I guess.
Yes, that is correct. What else would I use?
What, Russian?
No, I don't like it. I mean, the font that Trackmania uses for Russian is horrible.
Fair enough. His aesthetic sensibilities, I can understand that.
Well, just check out, we have Sepe actually using Russian. It is disgusting.
Oh, come on. That's harsh language. Wait, who's using it? Which one's Russian?
Sepe. The Finn.
Okay. I don't see him on the scoreboard though, so that's I would need to run through the player profiles to see it.
Yeah, you can just
Or
click
seen-
players in fast.
Of course. Actually, I haven't seen him chatting. That would be another place we could. Of course, I'm not good at paying attention to chat when I'm driving. Oof. Yes, and I'm using Maori.
Oh, okay. I was wondering what the hell was that language?
Yeah, I have family who are Maori, so I thought, yep, let's give some shout outs to Maori culture. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get a good pronunciation, so I'm having to guess at pronunciation for it. I mean, why not? I've already embarrassed myself with pronunciations for Finnish and Czech. I don't think I tried the Hungarian. I presume Angelhard is using Hungarian.
Yes, he is.
Okay. So, CMC still in discussions for their lineup. Jake playing innocent.
Rather ambiguous answer.
Yeah.
Not quite sure how to interpret it. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I was thinking that myself. I'm glad I drove better than this in the match, I tell you. This is terrible. Okay.
I was actually pretty decent in qualifying. I don't think I crashed a single round. I was just not fast enough.
Yeah, well, we should be paying attention to what MEC are doing. You know, do we need the TA bonus, or is safe gonna be good enough?
Well, with Silver Wolf playing, You would bet on the safe approach.
Well, that's true. He is fast, but he is also crashy. So... But he seems to be doing pretty well here in warm-up. He is, in fact, top of the points, or he was top of the points, until Jake just overtook him just now. And Minuit going for a comfort break, so we're going to have some more warm-ups. I quite enjoyed this map once I'd driven it a little bit. It took me a long time to find the lines. Oof, embarrassingly long.
Same. It did take me a fair while to learn the track. I mean, how to drive it more or less fast. Yeah, I can do it pretty consistently when I'm not chatting. Actually focusing on driving.
That's a good point.
But damn, I'm really bad at multitasking.
Well, that's fair. We're not usually required to do it during a match, so it's not a skill that we practice much. No, Minuit is back. And looks like MEC have decided their lineup. And Jake is going to take the blame for a loss.
Okie dokie. ADM restart.
Alright, well, good luck and have fun for the drivers. We were 6 versus 5 in warm-up there, so not very indicative that we won. Just looking at the driver points. Still promising for CMC. Not much.
Here we have the Russian.
Ah, I see. I see what you mean about that font. Bonk. Is that bonk he has at the end?
No, that's Volk.
Okay. You see, this is why I shouldn't try to pronounce these things.
Well, Russian uses Cyrillic, which is not exactly the alphabet you are familiar with, but we are live. And we have Shock, Minuit and Spedzo against Wormi, Jake and Rez. Jake and Rez are the heroes. Ooh, Jake crashing the very first round, not a good sign. Minuit fighting it out with Rez and Wormi, followed by Spedzo and Shock. Ooh, that was a crash from Rez as well. So it's all riding on Wormi. Come on Wormi, you can do it, because Minuit surely can crash. Hope he will. We're allowed to do biased commentary. I mean, we're teammates with these guys. But Shock with a better tunnel gets up into second. Wormi's trying to fight back. Ooh, I think Shock went a bit too wide there on the platform. Dropped down to third, but this is not going to change a whole lot because Jake and Rez are in last positions. A 59 for Minuit, a good start, and a round win for MEC.
Yep, so a bit crashy from CMC. So let's hope they can go a bit safer this time round. Oh, my biases are showing as well. But okay, well, so out front we have Minuit again, hotly chased. We have Jake and Wormi. We're going to try to give him as good a fight as they can, but he is pulling out a useful lead. I mean, it's only a quarter of a second, but it's still, well, he's extending it. These corners in the tunnel a little bit blind, and that catches Wormi out. You do have to take very sweeping lines through there, as you do on a lot of these turns, a lot of the chicanes here. So at the moment, MEC with positions 1, 3, 4 would take this. Shock was a bit of a mistake at the end, but nevertheless, they wind up 135 and still take it. Minuit once again with a 59.
A good effort towards the end from Wormi and Rez, but not quite enough. MEC do take the second round. And it is 2-0. And Wormi crashes the start. Shocks does get out of shape, but not quite as badly as Wormi. We have Rez leading away from Minuit, Spedzo and Jake, who I believe Spedzo got it all wrong and landed on the roof beside the track, which should put him behind Wormi. It is ever so close between Minuit and Rez. Rez pulling away into the lead, followed by Jake. Let's see how it's going to unfold. Minuit dropping back a little bit, not too far. He's yet to crash, and Rez crashes. This is most unfortunate, but I think we have had a crash from Shock, which means if nobody from CMC crashes, this should be a first round on the board. Oh my goodness, what are you doing, Jake? Oh, was it Rez? Sorry, it was Rez.
Well, it was close. Yeah, Shock had a really weird crash. He just drove straight into the checkpoint on a straight piece of track. Get it?
Double 59 in that round, actually.
Yeah, and Minuit way ahead on driver points, 18 to 12. So he's hot. But he is right now fighting with Rez. And in fact, Rez does get a lead. A useful lead. Of course, it's not settled. Minuit is going to be fighting back, and he does seem to be creeping a little bit closer. But he gets a little bit out of shape there. He didn't lose much. And he hits the checkpoint, so Minuit is going to drop back at 5th. With CMC in 1-2, they should just safe it. Well, safe enough. Jake hits the wall, but not disastrously so. And Rez with a fast 59. That is actually our best time of the match so far.
Yes, a quick one indeed. 59.29, followed by Jake, but over 1 second behind. The score is tied at 2 for 2, and we are into round 5. Nobody has crashed at the start. Rez, the only one going for the right side of that toll booth before the off-road part. Seems to be getting it just fine most of the time, and I believe Wormi has crashed once again. 3 seconds down, not a good look. Rez is leading from me. Oh, Rez makes a mistake. Most unfortunate. That puts Jake into second, right in the midst of MEC drivers. Minuit got out of shape there, dropped to second, but I think he's going to fight back because he does have the speed on this track. He's in general a fast bay driver. But Jake isn't going to give up. No, he won't. He finishes first with a 59.56, which is a strong time. But it's not enough because Wormi and Rez finish 5th and 6th.
Yep. You can come first, but you still need backup from your team to take a point. So, clean starts this time. And Minuit and Rez again fighting at the front. Being chased down by Jake. Wormi is at the back, but he is right on Shock, and in fact goes past. Let's see if he can hold on to it. And in fact, he's threatening Jake now, and we do have a crash from... Who was that? That was from Spedzo. So Spedzo drops way back. He's now 3.5 seconds away from first, so Minuit, although he is out in front, he's going to need some backup from his mates. And again, the shock is hot. He does go past Wormi and Jake. So MEC, do you have fight in them? Oof! But CMC get it! With equal times, 100th of a second, covering second, third, and fourth.
Jesus Christ, this is so tight.
At third and fourth place, the point was given to CMC because they have a faster time.
And I want to pay attention to the fact that Minuit actually drove a 58 in that round, which is very quick for D3. So 3 for 3, once again Minuit in the lead, followed by Rez and Shock. And Wormi must have crashed once again, but Shock with a slide drops a lot of time there. No, sorry, that was Jake with a crash, because he is 3 seconds behind and Wormi is in third position. Rez fighting Minuit, let's see who is going to come out on top. Rez does build a slight lead, but we cannot write Minuit off. He's a quick guy. As things stand, it should be alright for CMC. Rez finishes 59.4, followed by Minuit and Wormi. And that is enough to get us a round win, and Jake finishes 5th.
Well, this could obviously go any way. Maybe we will end up with the tennis mode here. Of course, we go to 7 points, but you do need a 2-point gap to actually take the map, and the teams keep fighting until that's achieved. So right now we have CMC in a winning position early on in this map, in this round I should say. So could all change, and Minuit is indeed fighting back, gaining on Rez, and in fact going past him, and holds on to that place barely. Rez gets it back for now. Take that entry wide, which is just the fast line for going through that twisty section, as it is in so many sections of this map. Minuit going with a tighter line, and he gets first place, but CMC with positions 2, 3, 4 have got that. Not far ahead of Spedzo, only 0.8 ahead of Spedzo.
Yes, I believe there was a late attack from Shock on Wormi, but he crashed and had to respawn. That did help us out a little bit. 5-3, round 9. A clean start this time round, nobody crashing so far. This is a crashing map, and we have Minuit crashing. The best driver of the match by some margin for the moment. Rez leading away from Shock and Wormi. Let's see, he's going to keep his cool. I think Shock got it all wrong on that transition. And he is now 4th, but he is the best placed MEC driver in current round. So that is a comfortable CMC round win. They should just take it safe and avoid any unnecessary crashes. Well, not much to say. Let's see. Some small crashes there, nothing serious. 259s on the board, 1003 from Wormi, sufficient to get us point number 6, I believe, and map point it would be.
Yeah, I mean, we had another crash at the end there. We do normally expect him to be a bit crashy, but he hasn't been so far. I mean, I think that was the first round where he'd really had serious mistakes. But he's looking to redeem himself, and he goes out in front. The moment CMC have the last two places, so that is not promising. But it's tight. And of course, we expect it to change. And in fact, a shock does make a mistake, sliding out and falling back to last place. And with Rez taking the lead from Minuit, that does give a round point to CMC at the moment with these positions, but only by 1 point. So any change in these positions, I could change it. And here is Shock fighting back. He wants to get past Wormi here, but CMC with 135 have got the map. 7-3.
Absolutely incredible round actually, because we had 5 people finishing with 59s, and the last player Shock finished at 100.11. Very close round indeed. So that concludes this match between CMC² and MEC, which went 3-1 in the way of CMC², but that was so insanely close on a few maps.
Yep, indeed. A lot of tight racing there. And have the maps for next week been released yet?
Yes, they have been, so do you have anything to add?
Do you know what we've been forgetting to do is to give a shout out and actually name the mappers on each map. So fortunately I don't have them memorized, but this map, the desert map, was by Rad. So thank you very much, Rad, for this map.
There was Coast from TM Jonas, Rally from Rubiano,
Of course.
Bay from Vautour, the mapping legend from LSD team.
So there you go, good memory there, F10. Yeah, so thank you very much, mappers, for these maps. It's been exciting driving matches on them and watching matches.
Also, thank you to the admins, the map testers, all the people that made it possible. Thank you to all of the viewers, to all 10 of you currently watching.
Only 10? What?
We need to boost our viewership. Anyway, thanks to everyone who tuned in, and that's it from us. Goodbye.
Good night.